Hello and welcome back to Song Reaction Analysis with your girl JVB. How are you guys doing today? As always, thanks so much for being on my channel, checking out my reactions as well as my own music. All the links are in the description below. Check out my sponsors, RYZE Mushroom Coffee, also Freedom Master Planner. 2025 is approaching quickly and it's one of my favorite planners. It's based on the law of attraction. Much loving that one, as well as the awesome jewelry, my favorite Ankh by G-Thick Jewelry. All the links are in the description below. We got another Erik Grönwall reaction. I love Bon Jovi and I love Erik, and I can only imagine how amazing he's gonna do, because that is an amazing song. I love that song, the meaning of it. And I mean, John Bon Jovi is still around. That says a lot about an artist. So with no further ado, we're gonna get straight into it. Such an iconic song. So I could just totally hear Sebastian Bach just now when he did that, which is funny because Bon Jovi actually signed Skid Row a long time ago, back in the days when I still knew everything about everybody, when musicians were more interesting. Let's just be honest. But anyway, I love the guitar, Jackson guitar. It's a really awesome, badass sound coming out of the guitar. When Erik started singing, it's interesting because his voice is obviously higher, right? He has a higher ranged voice to begin with, but he's still, and it's almost like I don't want to say a delicate sounding voice, but he has definitely like, it's also not a thin voice. What I'm trying to say is, for him having this much of a higher voice, he has so much grit and so much power in his voice. And that's what makes it so cool and interesting, because when he first started singing, I'm like, man, it's really close to Bon Jovi, but his voice is even higher, you know what I mean? And he did a really amazing job, and he always does that. He really lives the song, and I appreciate that, because when you hear him sing it, you know that he's just really feeling it, right? So I want to go back to here. I'm like, wasn't a speaking part, and then he starts. I really love how he's staying so true to the song. There's certain songs, you know, you don't want to mess with too much, and he's kind of like, you know, it's almost like the original. And I also like when I hear the guitar, I'm like, oh my god, it's like Richie and John Bon Jovi just like, you know, performing right now. It's so authentic. I hate that word because it's being used so much, but it's just like it just brings you right back, you know. It's the same, it captures the vibe. Does guitar. And I love that. I love that. So there he gave himself a little bit of, artistic freedom. And I like that because that's just like what he does. But I love the grit in his voice. It's very subtle and it's so good. And then in the chorus, when he really starts belting, you can feel his power. Remember in the beginning, I said, his voice sounds almost a little delicate, which it is not. But he has the ability to make it sound like that. And then he just opens it up and belts it out and kind of blows you away.
Tommy's got a six-ring high. Now he's holding in what he used to make it talk so tough. Whispers, well, baby, it's okay. Someday we gotta hold on to what we've got. It doesn't make a difference if we make it or not. We've got each other, and that's a lot for love. We'll give it a shot.
All right. I know it's a freaking guitar solo. Don't kill me. Oh my God, I already can hear it. Yeah, you can never stop. It's about the guitar solo. This is not about the guitars. It's about the singer. Anyway, can we just say how badass that was? Honestly, if I close my eyes and I didn't know any better, I'm like, is this John Bon Jovi or is it not John Bon Jovi? And also, man, that song choice is just wow. It reminds me of just how badass Bon Jovi is. It was just they had hit after hit. I actually saw them live once, and it was absolutely fantastic. I mean, every song, and it's not just that the songs are hooky. They have substance. There's so much meaning behind it. You can relate to it, you know what I mean? And it just, oh my God, it makes me almost want to cry because it's just so melancholy. Is that the right word? I feel like, oh my God, Time moves on, everything changes, but thankfully, people record music and we can always go back to those times and be reminded of how much talent there is out there, and Erik does such a great job to really bringing that back, because I'm feeling it. I'm like, oh my God, this is awesome. All right, guitar solo coming up, and let's give him one more time, when he goes really up high there, leading into the guitar solo. That was also awesome. When you watch his technique, he has obviously really great vocal technique, right? And I also like his mic technique because you can tell when he sings really high, he knows how to lean back. And even though, his veins are popping out, he is definitely not straining. So sometimes people's veins just start popping out, and it's because it's just like when you're working out at the gym and certain, bodybuilders, you can really see their veins sticking out. So I think it's more of a genetic thing. I could be wrong, but I know that sometimes for me too, they stick out, but I'm not hurting myself, I'm not straining. You can't always tell if a singer strains because it sounds strained. It sounds like they're reached their limit on the high end, and or the low end, and or they're really, screaming and yelling it out versus projecting out, whether or not it's harsh, So let's go back to here. I mean, talking about not holding anything back. Okay, he went all out. I mean, all out. Singing is being an athlete. A singer is an athlete because it really is a workout. You know, you're working your entire system, your entire body is engaged. So when you hear him and you see him, man, it's just so powerful. You know that he's like giving us everything. There's no holding anything back. And I admire that because a lot of people hold back. I hold back sometimes. Like in my old recordings, I can tell. And I'm like, wow, I should have really gone more forward, you know, because when you take voice lessons, always make sure you have a teacher who is teaching you to go full out. What I mean by that is like, I had one of my first teachers was always telling me to be gentle with my voice and to be careful with my voice, to not over rehearse, over practice, to take a break before I start playing a show. And it freaked me out where I would treat my voice as this. I would be so concerned about my voice all the time. And that's wrong because your voice needs to be freaking strong, like going to the gym, right? You gotta freaking work those muscles because when you are on a tour and you're touring for like 9 days straight, you gotta perform. Your voice has to be there. There is no being delicate with your voice. That does not mean you're not taking care of your voice, but it means that you just have the right technique, that you are getting stronger. And the more you perform, and for me, that was the case, the more we were performing, we were touring, my voice just got stronger. I couldn't believe it. Honestly, I was always afraid I might get hoarse. And one time I actually did, because I think it was after 9 or 10 shows, because I was sleeping with the mouth open and the air conditioning, and that did it, But you have to be so careful with that kind of stuff. But when it comes to technique, you don't want to sacrifice your performance because you think you might hurt your voice. Because if you have right technique, you cannot hurt your voice, unless you abusing it, unless you're smoking a lot or drinking a lot. And some people function really well like that. Me, I never did that. Like, I cannot do that, right? I know what works for me. Everybody's different. There's not one size fits all. So I just wanted to throw that in there. But I admire singers like him when they just go all out. There's no compromising anything. You know what I mean? It's just like, you go. So good. I like how it ends. Bam, bam. Wow, that was amazing. I love Erik. I just love his performance. It's just like Dan. Dan, when he does something, he does it all the way. You know what I mean? There's like, you can tell. He's just like so in it. And same with Erik. He's just really in it. He knows what he can do, what he's capable of, and he just does it. And he also really, I love when singers pick songs. I mean, it's common sense, really. But some singers just pick a song because they want to show off, right? Versus you pick a song that you're so resonating with it. It's like songs that you feel like, man, I could have written that because I can so relate to that. That is me. That is my life. I'm singing my life. I'm singing my words. You know what I mean? My thoughts. That's the feeling I get when I listen to Erik. So freaking good. And of course, what a great rendition. I love that so much. Comment below, what did you think of this cover, and what should be the next Erik cover? I know we have to do one more. I think Mariah Carey, you guys requested that as well. So we're going to do that. But let me know what you think of this one. Have you seen Erik live with Skid Row? And we will continue doing more Erik covers because we just love him. He's amazing. And also, maybe some of his originals. With that said, I'm going to let you go. Leave you with something uplifting and positive. Make every day a great day and just live on a prayer, man. Just like keep praying, keep believing that everything, the best is yet to come and everything is possible, because everything is possible. It's just that we humans love to complicate things. We love to put limits on things, right? We think that a coffee is easier to manifest than $1 million. But in theory, it's not. But we think that because that's what we've been taught. So we have to rewire our brain and our thinking. And trust me, I'm working on that. And if that's really as easy, then I'll let you know once I let go of these blocks. But that's what I actually do in my yoga teaching, in my Kundalini yoga teaching, where we go deep into our nervous system, our traumas, and remove those blocks, shed those layers, so that you really become who you were always meant to be, an amazing, freaking, abundant human being, healthy, wealthy, and capable. I love you guys so much. I will see you in the next one. If you want to see more of Erik's videos, click this link. If you want to watch any of my other reactions, the link is here or there or there or there or there. I don't know where, but it's somewhere here. So click those links and also check out my sponsors, and I will see you in the next one. Much love.